Hi, you two. It's Martin here. Today I'm not going to show you, or maybe I can show you later, Benjamin's tank, but they're still being treated. So I'll show you what's going on over there in a minute. But I want to maybe show you and talk about guppies today. So I'm going to zoom into the guppies, and you can see that my female is still pregnant. I did have her isolated before. I thought she was ready to go. She's not. So she's the only female with all my male guppies here, my strong male guppies. So I'm basically I started the guppies so that I can breed them from scratch, right? I don't have too many to start off with, but I do want to introduce a couple new ones once in a while so that, they're not inbred too much, right? That way, you try to eliminate the deformities that can happen, right? And you also know what you're getting when the fry happen, because you're sort of breeding strong guppies that you picked out from the very beginning. So I'm starting to introduce some yellow into the black. The female was originally in this aquarium. She's pretty much ready. She's got quite a bit of babies in her belly. So she was with one of the black males first, then with both of them, and all the way up till now. Now I'm introducing some of the yellows in there just to kind of speed things along and add some color to maybe a couple guppies in there. So hopefully mostly will be black, as I am trying to do breed all black right now. The next batch I'll try and breed a yellow female. I have a yellow female, and I'll try to do that with my tiger and my yellow guppy. So I did start that already, but she's currently mixing with a red male guppy, the yellow female. When she's done, she will move on to the yellow guppy and tiger hair. So that's pretty much it. As you can see, it's a lot of fun to breed guppies. You can breed your own kind if you're really good at it, and you never know. Things can happen. They come in all kinds of colors. Check out some of the other YouTube videos out there. So maybe I'll just kneel down a little bit, show you the blue guppies. They're just mostly blue here. I'm introducing one female in the back. She's one of the bigger fry females. She's growing up. She's a juvenile. And at the front you can see the blue female. So there was a new blue guppy added, and you can see him in the background. Oh, he's in the front right now. He's a dark black with a little bit of blue. So I'm hoping he can give us a little bit more color as well to add some variety. But the female's not quite ready yet. The blue one is still a very young female. And as I mentioned before, the other tank I've got going on here is the orange guppies and the yellow guppies. So this yellow female is my second biggest female right now that I'm starting off with. And she's pretty much going to grow into one of the bigger females. So with the guppies, the way that it works is the female guppy, even though she may be bigger, she may look like she's gonna have a lot of guppies. At first, she'll only give birth to like maybe 5 the next batch she might do another 5 or 10, and it'll just keep increasing, and they can get all the way up to, I think, 60s or maybe even 90s sometimes, but I think that's pushing it. But so that's pretty much the guppy story. We'll continue with the experiment. What I really want to do is I want to breed them into nice fancy tail guppies, and I want to have a tank for black, I want to have a tank for blues and yellows and reds, then I want to have another tank for whites, and I want to have a tank for tigers, and maybe like a mix, couple mixed ones too, and then obviously I want to see if I can develop some Dumbo guppies and so forth. So that's I'll leave that be. But what I want to do also is talk about angelfish here. This is my angelfish pair that I've showed you guys earlier, and they're doing incredibly well. They have not started to breed yet, even though they were doing it steadily at the other aquarium. Because of the move, the stress, so far they're just kind of not there yet. So I'm trying to see what it is that I need to do to make them feel more comfortable. But let's see. Let's leave them be for now. They've got their gravel, which I love. They've got this big rock there, which is I'm hoping that'll be their breeding plate again. And then I'll just take you guys over to the other tank. Now this is the unfortunate part. I did have the fish cured in this tank. Now, oh, that's Max here. Hello, Max. He wants to be in every video, or else I'll never hear the end of it. So, you guys say hi to Max. Hi, Max. Okay, that's enough. Now, with this tank, it's being cured again. Now, I am using something extremely potent for medicine. Now, it's like 10 milliliters for 100 gallons, and the stuff is so potent. It's extremely dark green. It's got some I think malefics in it. I don't want to show you and mention the names of these things because nobody wants to really know that at this point, I don't think. But I did lose one fish. You may remember from my previous video, there was a little guy that was swimming around, looked sort of like a sardine fish with a black stripe at the top of it. I don't remember the fish's name. It had like a yellow tail. Anyway, he was really sick. He started to get some kind of fungus on him. And then what happened is I isolated him, but not soon enough. What happened is I think my flower horn took advantage of the fact that the other fish was sick, and he bit half his tail fin off. So at that point, he was isolated, and he was getting better, but he didn't make it over the second night. So it's been 2 nights that they've been curing right now. All the rest of the fish are just about as healthy as they can get. The original fish that had that ick is cured. There's no problem. In I think update video 2 or 1 or 2, you should be able to see the fish that actually had the little hole, little ick hole on his head. So I've been told that that's from overfeeding or feeding live fish to them. So I'm trying to cut down on both again. So just a little close up, as you can see, Benjamin's healthy. So are all the other fish. I got the camera turned around right now, so it's really hard for me to focus in on anything. But say hello to Max again. So in this video, I just want to say that, you know, I'm not a beginner with fish tanks. I'm not an expert by no means, but I'm definitely not a beginner. And main things you want to do to avoid situations like this is, number one, you know, do your water changes regularly. Clean out your filter. Even though it's disgusting, you don't want to do it. It only takes 20 minutes, and that's with a big, flue valve filter or whatever you have, right? So it's not that big of a job. Clean the filter. Whenever you get new fish, I see these videos of people putting the bag into the aquarium, letting them, letting the temperature settle. That's fine. But after that, what you want to do, once this is also important to the health of your fish, right? Whenever you're introducing new fish, take your net and grab the fish out of the bag and put them into the aquarium. Do not dump the water in from the bag. It can save your aquarium because the water that comes from the fish store sometimes is not very good. And sometimes it has diseases. They do import the fish, and even though they usually say, oh, it's not ready yet for 2 weeks or so on, sometimes you can't spot the disease until further on. So, so those are important things. Change your water, clean your water filter, change your water 25% every so often. Clean your gravel. And this brings me to my next little video portion here. I can't say enough about this product. This is an Einheim gravel cleaner, okay? And it's a battery operated, not a hose connection. So you turn the button on and you can hear it makes noise, right? Not that much noise because it's out of water right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. I'm going to stick this into the water like so. And it's just like a dust buster. I'm going to turn it on right now. And some people do not know how to use this. And they say, oh, there's something wrong. But it is actually super gentle. So basically, you just kind of hit it up and down. And you can see that at the very, very bottom, I'm going to try and zoom in here. You can see that there's going to be some debris floating above the rocks. So this is all you need to do. And believe it or not, it does suck the stuff up. So as you can see, I did feed them yesterday, and there's some debris left from the blackworms, from the bloodworms that I fed them. So you can see how much there is. Oh, that's my turtle sand, by the way. Don't think that that's all dirt. That's turtle sand. I have some black turtle sand at the bottom. Something I was mixing in. But for the most part, you can see how this works, and you can see how much dirt it picks up. It's absolutely great. The only problem is that I found, be careful when you're lifting it out of the aquarium, because it does drop water if you lift it the wrong way, because it's a mesh. This is a mesh, and there's all kinds of water there. So but that's why I love this. No hose, no need to do any suction or anything. It's really good for some really quick cleaning, to get rid of the sud out of your gravel, right? It works absolutely great. Just got to go slow with it. It's extremely expensive for it, but once I started using it, I would definitely pay the money again. I'm not sure. It's a brand new product, so you'll have to look that up, but I give it a big thumbs up. Can't say enough how much time it saves you to and headaches, just so you know that, hey, it takes me 5 minutes to run this thing across my gravel, even in my big tank, and I get most of the stuff that dropped from like today's feeding or the feeding the day before. So that's all I really want to say. I wanted to show you a little bit around my little fish setup in my basement here. And yeah, a little bit about the guppies too. And hopefully the angelfish will start to do some spawning for me. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens. And hopefully I'll get to show you some nice little fry from this female. I don't know how much fry she will have, but thanks very much for watching, and stay tuned while we cure the big aquarium.